What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode. I'm double timing it today. I'm making two videos. I'm standing in a buck bed right on the edge. Cattails. I'm in a new spot today, checking out something new. Never been here before. And I'm standing in a really good buck bed. There's a rub right behind me. Not very big, but then there's an old, see, from several years ago. Old rub right there, but there's definitely a bedding hump here. Now he's not gonna bed here unless it's dry enough, and this is right on the edge of like a little tiny little point. You almost kind of miss it unless you're out here, right on the transition. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this, and I'm just gonna keep working. This is a new area. I saw some really big sign in the hardwoods. I'm just going to keep working this swamp and trying to figure out where I can maybe hunt here and try to kill something. So stick with us, stay tuned, and hopefully we have fun. So right there, right in that clump, that's where that bed was. It's good stuff. Real good stuff. Hope you guys are getting out and scouting. Times are running out. I was looking on Google Earth. This was an interesting spot. There's a lot of trails converging here. A lot of trails. I thought maybe it'd be worth trying to hunt or at least investigate. I already walked past that bed that was back there. But these trails, man, these trails are beat. Maybe try to hunt that bed over there first. Nothing pans out, I can move further back, because this is kind of remote. I walked pretty far to get back here, and there's trees. Got trees we can hunt. Again, it's very, very wet. I'd have to try to get back here on a extremely windy day, but I'm definitely going to mark these as potential spots to hunt. I mean, there's so much bedding. I'm in a giant swamp. There's bedding everywhere. You can bed under any of these things. So, I'd love to put a camera out here, to be honest with you. I bet you if I put a camera in this tree, pointed right at this, I would get some freaking knowledge. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, well, I busted my butt and I got way back to this kind of little island spot I wanted to check out. And the sign just got worse and worse as I got out there. Didn't see any good rubs. When I got on a little bit of dry land, there was no scrapes or anything, so it was kind of a bummer. It was a mile walk through some terrible conditions, but I mean, now I got intel that it's not even worth hunting, so I'm gonna head to a spot adjacent to a spot I was hunting last year, which has some good bucks. So I'm gonna go to a new piece, and I'm just gonna walk the transition lines and then look for bedding. I already have some spots picked out on the map that I wanna see, but I'm just gonna kinda wing it. It's totally new property for me. I've hunted, like I said, across the way, but not on this particular piece, so. Oh. We'll see you in the woods. Scrape. I got to the second property and I immediately went to the downwind side. There's like this giant point that goes out. I went to the downwind side, right by the parking lot. I mean, I could probably see my truck. There's a scrape. Nice licking branch. Right under everybody's noses. Nice scrape. Licking branch. So, I'm just gonna keep walking that transition. See what we find. I'm marking everything on onX, recording it all. But you know, the trail is right there. Everybody's going to the back, right here by the road. Sign. Keep looking around, see if I can find something cool. Maybe find a freaking shed. This is kind of like shed hunting conditions. It's dark, it's dreary, it's wet. So we'll see. Well, there's a lot of competition anymore, people looking for sheds, so people are scooping them up. It's just cool though, I like this. I love that noise. Coming down this point, and I wanted to check the edge here to see, you know, what it looked like going in the swamp. And I never find anything cool. I never find sheds, I never find deadheads. Well, I just found a freaking really nice deadhead. Boom. Not a giant, but it's pretty nice, man. I'd probably shoot that. I mean, look at all that. Look at all this. That's cool. It's pretty cool, man. I never find anything cool in the woods other than sign and beds and spots to hunt. All right. I think this is obviously my first antlers this year. My wife, man, she's like eagle eye, which I don't understand because her eyesight's terrible. She needs glasses, but cool, man. I'm gonna put this thing on the pack and keep going. It's been here for a while. There's no chewing or anything on it. So that's really cool. I actually see a tree stand like 40 yards away. Who knows? That guy was hunting here when this happened. Also hear turkey gobbling. So getting closer, turkey season, start writing those down, mental notes. Because I'll be running and gunning for turkeys, man. Look at this thing. Look how high that is. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. That's a big buck. And look at all the historical rubs. So you got that one, all those historical rubs right there. All these, even those are from several years ago. That's a big buck. It's kind of interesting that there's like this little point out there. I might need to get out there and take a look at that. Some high ground, some isolated oaks. But I'm getting further back where I would expect to start seeing some better sign, because like I said, there was a big one in here. That's definitely an older deer right there. I just came to that spot and there was definitely a lot of deer going through there, but the sign wasn't that great. But there's like a little micro point right here. I just kicked up a deer. There's a turkey out here too, a tom. I kicked him up too. I think that deer was bedded right off that point. So I'm just gonna go over there and look, see what it looks like. But I wanna come over here and see if anything, what was bedded over here, if I can find the bed or not. Yeah, beat up trail. Oh yeah, here we go. That's early season. Good rub. A little lower than I'd like, but might be a bed there. Maybe. Old historical rub. Historical rub. It's a good spot. Definitely ain't gonna mark this. I mean, there's bedding forever out here, but you could hunt this for sure. Catch one slipping. I was just walking along and I found a good pinch over here, and I was like looking, I'm like, man, this would be a good spot to hunt. Why is there no sign? Well, there was a pretty big rub a little further back, and then we got a really good scrape right here. I mean, that thing is like a whole really good licking branch as well. There's actually some big old turds in there, which don't look that old. But nice little licking branch. It won't focus, but Finally finding some good scrapes. There's a little bit of rubbing right here too, but I was getting a little frustrated. I'm like, man, I've walked so long and I haven't found anything good. And this is right on the edge of just a nasty, nasty swamp with good bedding. So I marked this. I'm gonna probably next weekend when I come back, I'll go to the other spot, and then maybe I'll go out there and look at some of that bedding and see what's going on out there. So I'm pretty happy with this find on this kind of this little hump. Just really, really thick in here. I'm sure come deer season, you're not gonna, you know, just imagine in deer season how thick this would be. So, cool find. So I just found that big scrape. We got another scrape right there. Licking branch up high. I don't see any cameras around. But I'm gonna mark this one. And this might be a good opportunity. Got two scrapes close together. I obviously feel comfortable here. Might be a good spot in here. Put a cell cam or something over this and that one. Maybe take some inventory. Here's a rub. It's not huge. Oop. So this is good stuff, man. Finally finding something cool. I like scrapes. I like scrapes a lot. It's just a hub of activity. And this is like super thick. I mean, look at this. Look how thick it is in here. No wonder they're scraping. You know, there's a nice tree. I can get right here. Boom, scrape. I might even be able to cover that scrape that was over here from that tree. So, this is good stuff, man. Something was tearing up that too. The only problem is, like, if I come in here, they might be bedding in this stuff. They might actually bed in here. So, but if I get a camera in here early season, it might tell me what's happening, especially a cell cam.